a domain that is reshaping industries, economies, and societies. As we gather here today, let's embrace the incredible opportunities that lie ahead. These technologies are no longer just tools, but they are foundations to a new era where innovation knows boundaries and solutions are just limited to imagination. Imagine our city, Visakhapatnam, where technology-driven smart city solutions would reduce traffic congestions and make urban life seamless. Picture an Andhra Pradesh where farmers will harness AI and drone technology to predict and increase crop yields, optimize water use, and ensure food security for all. Envision healthcare that reaches the most remote corners of our state, where technology-powered diagnostics are not to save lives and make healthcare affordable and accessible to all. These are not just distant dreams. They are available realities. With our state abundant talent, progressive policies, and growing tech ecosystem, we have the resources to lead this transformation. Visakhapatnam and other cities are at a juncture where the opportunities need to be grabbed to scale up to be one of the top state or cities in the country. As we all know, we have immense potential, rich resources, talent, and innovation. We have made significant strides in IT and ITS, and we know manufacturing has been thriving, especially in the healthcare, and there also has been a lot of impetus now on the environment to support the startup system. But I know we all do have challenges, and with the challenges, the opportunities also come. So let's try it, this technology race with rapid pace for upskilling our workforce with emerging technologies, strengthening our digital transformation, and fostering culture of collaboration between industries, academia, and the government. Summits like this drive the next wave of innovation, where there is a chance for a city and the state to rise as a beacon of progress. And for this to happen, we require deliberate action, audacious goals, and strategic partnerships. And I think we are moving in the right direction. Previously, with Infinity Vizag conducted by ITAP in 2023, then recently the GFST Deep Tech Innovation Conclave by Government of Andhra Pradesh in December 24, and now this Andhra Pradesh Digital Technology Summit will be taking us to a whole new level with AI, digital technology, emerging technologies, and all the things what even Sridhar was mentioning. These summits, they lay a foundation for tangible outcomes to get our cities and state visibility, to attract more investments, global recognition, and create new collaborations, and empower the existing industry to expand, which enhances the ecosystem of the state to be positioned for transformational growth. Before I close, I would strongly reiterate that Visakhapatnam, with its vibrant IT ecosystem, and Andhra Pradesh, with its forward-looking governance, are uniquely placed to be at the forefront of this transformation. And for us to take this forward, we need to dream big, act boldly, and think differently. Let the journey begin where Visakhapatnam becomes a beacon of progress for deep technology, where state leads India's AI revolution to showcase our cities and improve the lives of the citizens. Let's seize this moment to innovate, collaborate, and build a brighter future. My sincere appreciation to the organizers of this summit, APDTI, who put in so much of effort in creating this grand event. And it is really very encouraging to see the support of the state government and STPI to take the vision forward and shape the future of Visakhapatnam in AP. Let's enjoy the insights and learnings over the 2 days and work with renewed energy and passion, harness the power of technology to transform the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am, for your inspiring words and to make sure that you're complying to the time as well. Your leadership and vision as the President of ITAP continue to motivate and guide us all. Thank you, ma'am. It is now my pleasure to invite Ms. Kavita C., Director at STPI, to share her perspectives with us. Ms. Kavita is overseeing software and export promotion and policy implementation across Telangana and AP. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నూతన సంవత్సర శుభాకాంక్షలు. Honorable Minister for ITENC, HRD, RTG, Shri Nara Lokesh garu, Honorable MP Visakhapatnam, Shri Bharat garu, Chairman KDM Founder and Managing Partner Startup Exceed Ventures, BV Naidu garu, Co-founder Alan OS, former CEO and MD Tech Mahindra, Shri CP Gurunani garu, Secretary to Government, President ITAP, Srimati Lakshmi garu, Chairman DTNF and Convener APDTILF, Shri Sridhar garu, Senior Vice President Tech Mahindra, Shri Ravi garu, IT industry captains, ladies and gentlemen, press and media. It is a great honor for Software Technology Parks of India to co-host the AP Digital Technology Summit 2025, an event that underscores the transformative power of technology in shaping the future of our nation and state. Software Technology Parks of India is an autonomous society set up by Government of India under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in 1991. With an objective of encouraging, promoting and boosting the software exports from India. STPI has been working with distinct focus for promotion of this IT-ITES exports from the country by providing single window services for STP and EHTP schemes, as well as providing the high-speed data communication services for seamless access to offshore IT-ITES exports. STPI has been continuously aligning itself to the industry requirements and is acting both as the channel of the industry to the government and the implementing agency for many of the schemes launched by the government. In this endeavor, STPI has elaborated its service offerings as per the industry requirement trends by including the data center services, cloud services, SOC services, information security audit services, consultancy services, etc. STPI has 65 centers across India consisting of 14 jurisdictions. And in AP state, which comes under the Telugu speaking states, we have 4 centers in Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, Kakinada and Tirupati. The exports as on 2014-15 at the time of state bifurcation was rupees 379 crore. It is to be noted that the exports have grown by around 7 times in the last 10 years. This proves the growth potential of the state. This growth is because of the various schemes which are launched by the state and the central governments that the industry has leveraged. To name a few of the schemes from METI, the India BPO Promotion Scheme, popularly known as the IBPS, was implemented to foster equitable regional development and decentralize the BPO ITES industry into the smaller towns. It is pertinent to mention that the lion's share of the beneficiaries were from AP, that is, around 13,692 seats out of the 48,300 seats, which amounts to around 28%, is from Andhra Pradesh. Another scheme is the Next Generation Incubation Scheme, which is a comprehensive incubation program aimed at fostering India's prominence as a global leader in the development, production, and distribution of innovative, efficient, and secure software products. This scheme has been rolled out in 12 cities and Vijayawada is one of them. So here again, it is pertinent to mention that 118 startups have received funds up to rupees 25 lakhs, and 10 startups have received funds up to rupees 1 crore. So I here once again would like to urge all the startups to leverage the opportunity as another window is open for the leap ahead where funds of up to 1 CR can be gained. So the last date of applications would be 15th Jan 2025. So coming to another scheme, which is the Electronic Manufacturing Cluster 2.0, whose primary goal is to establish a comprehensive supply chain ecosystem that strengthens the electronics manufacturing sector. It aims to attract anchor units to establish production facilities along with their respective supply chains, develop world-class plug-and-play infrastructure, and reduce the infrastructure logistics costs. STPI has been entrusted the role of project management agency. Here again, it is pertinent to mention that out of the 7 approved projects pan-India so far, one is from Andhra Pradesh, which is EMC at Koparthi, and another one, CFC at Krishna, is under the approval process. So in addition to all the above mandate, STPI has been nurturing and supporting the innovation and entrepreneurship for more than 3 decades through its incubation facilities. Further, to facilitate companies to implement solutions around digital technologies, STPI is setting up the Center of Entrepreneurships in Emerging Technologies in collaboration with suitable partners in various parts of the country. So in line with this, Kalpataru, a Center of Entrepreneurship in Industry 4.0 domain, is a flagship initiative by STPI, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India, Department of IT, Electronics and Communications, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and RINL, Visakhapatnam, in collaboration with academia, industry bodies, and investor communities. As part of the COE, various labs have been set up: Industrial Internet of Things Lab, AI and ML Lab, AR and VR Lab, Industrial Automation and PLC Lab, Robotics and Drone Lab, and the 3D printing. All these have been set up for the benefit of startups who are into Industry 4.0 domain. Kalpataru COE has so far supported more than 27 startups. Also, during this summit, few of our startups have also put up their stalls, so I would request all of you to please visit the STPI Pavilion. And I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Deep Tech Naipunya and Andhra Pradesh Digital Technology Industry for organizing this landmark summit. Let us seize this opportunity to converge ideas, foster partnerships, and propel India into a new era of digital excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kavita, for your enlightening words. Your efforts in fostering innovation has inspired us all. Ladies and gentlemen, we deeply value the insights, but we also kindly request all speakers to stay within the allotted time to ensure the smooth flow of the event today. It is my great privilege to invite our next speaker, Mr. C.P. Gurnani, co-founder at Alan OS and former CEO and MD, Tech Mahindra, to share his insights. An entrepreneur CEO, he has introduced impactful models and leadership programs, so I'm sure your journey as a visionary leader continues to inspire countless professionals. Let's welcome Mr. Gurnani with a thunderous round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais. Good morning to all of you who joined us today on this wonderful occasion, and more importantly, under the leadership of Lokesh Garu, that we all would be discussing how do we leapfrog, how do we make not only an Android the popular engineer, but how do we make Andhra Pradesh the destination of choice for the industries globally. I think it just, there's sometimes when you have to believe that the timing is right. In my opinion, the timing for Andhra Pradesh is perfect. Clearly, leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, his vision for 2047 clearly outlines the role of technology. That technology will play an important role in the future of Andhra Pradesh, whether it is in terms of agriculture, whether in terms of healthcare, in terms of education, it's one of the most comprehensive documents that I have read in my life, and I encourage all of you to please go through that document. And why it is important is it clearly defines that each one of us sitting in this room will have to actively contribute for that Vision 2047 to come true. And that active participation, most of us know that we all have a responsibility. The responsibility not only to make Andhra Pradesh a startup capital, our responsibility is also to make sure that the fisherman who goes out to fish uses technology to harvest or to get a better, productive day. So, I think in our opinion, when we start simulating the lives of the people that we come across, it was very encouraging when I, along with Professor Vivek Wadhwa, and you will hear directly from him, and Dr. Nitin Mehta, when we called on, Mr. Bharat Garu and Lokesh Garu, the questions were very basic. They were not about deep tech. And as a matter of fact, I was told that don't apply AI everywhere. Let's first address the fundamentals. So thank you, Lokesh Garu, for reminding me that AI is not a solution to all problems. I mean, he hosts a deep tech conference but doesn't want me to talk AI. Anyway, so the good part is that what did he insist? He said the government's objective is clean water to every citizen of Andhra Pradesh. Honestly, that was what was the discussion with Vivek Wadhwa and Nitin Mehta. So my point is, if we can, the opportunity for us in Andhra Pradesh is marrying tradition and technology. Opportunity for us is having our feet on the ground, solving everyday's situations, whether it is transport, commute, agriculture, whether it is, and I get inspired when I come here. When I first time visited was obviously the campus that Tech Mahindra has, but the inspiring part also was that Mr. G.M. Rao took me to Rajam. How a village was transformed. And he gave credit to the scholarships that then Chandrababu Naidu government had given him. To every student who was there, almost 100% scholarship at Rajam in that small city was coming because of the education sponsorship. This morning when I was talking to, Bharat Garu, what did he tell me? He said, why don't you take a little bit of time, spend some time at AP University, spend some time at Geetam University. Our education system is robust. How do we add more value to the youngsters here? So I am only just reminding you that you have leadership, which is not thinking only about the drone economy, it is not only thinking about the robotics, it is not only thinking about personalized drug discovery, they are also talking about adding value to the people out here. And I think that is the opportunity for all of us. Thank you, Lakshmi, for reminding us, be bold, dream big. But I'm happy that the leadership of Lokesh Garu and Bharat Garu is also telling us benefit and be inclusive. So thank you for inviting me. This is not the only time you're going to see me. So we are going to come back, but I can only tell you is I am delighted with the leadership. I'm delighted with the Vision 2047. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a remarkable and inclusive address, also with the tinge of humor. Your experience as a leader and innovator provides invaluable lessons for all of us. Thank you so much. I'm now delighted to invite Mr. B.V. Naidu, Chairman, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, founder and managing partner, Startup Exceed Ventures, to address us. Mr. Naidu brings 30 years of experience as an entrepreneur, mentor, and Indian IT growth facilitator. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give him a warm round of applause as he comes on the stage. Welcome, sir.
Honorable Minister Lokesh Garu, Honorable MP Bharat Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais, and also the ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure today to stand before you and talk about the digital technology in this summit and how that can really impact our lives as well as the economy to grow in India. You know, see, for many, I see many faces here, familiar faces. Nitinji has come from California, chairman of the Color Tokens, and I also see Professor Wadhwa, and of course, good friend CP Gurnaniji has actually, he made India proud when he took the major challenge of transforming Satyam to make it a big success. Right? I also see I think Mr. Sunny Rao, a venture capitalist from Singapore here, and Dr. C.S. Rao, who is a technologist and telecom champion, and who also has the Quadgen operations in Vizag. The reason why I'm telling all these things is many people never thought about Vizag in the past. People have started talking about the Vizag, not only here and across the world. I should tell you that. You know, for me, Janmabhoomi is Andhra and Karmabhoomi is Karnataka. You know, unfortunately or fortunately, I've been grown, 40 years back I left Andhra after my education, and I was at Delhi at the Ministry of IT and Electronics. Then I started the STPS in Bangalore, and I've seen the whole spectrum of the growth, and any initiatives that have become successful in Bangalore, we used to replicate in Hyderabad. That is how the Hyderabad was built.
Vice versa also, sir.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, Vizag, of course, is in a different, So, even though the AP is many people think that it's a greenfield state that is coming up, and I'm sure with Chandrababu Naidu Garu as leading and progressive young, the politicians and ministers like Lokesh Garu and Bharat Garu, and I'm sure that, this government is phenomenal, and it cannot be a major challenge for you to build this Vizag as an IT destination. I'm sure that, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, you knows how to build a greenfield like what you transformed in Andhra, combined Andhra. And many people think that, there is a coin, Acche Din Aa Gaya. I think in Andhra, Acche Din Aa Gaya. And many people are happy, and people talk very high about Andhra right now across the country. And I could also see a lot of announcements like the Google coming up here, then TCCF setting up of the operations here. And, the STPI started this, foundation stone for an IT park here. And this was one of my initiatives. Just before leaving the government, I was heading both STPI, Bangalore and Hyderabad. That is when we started this, the Tie 2, Tie 3 cities STPI centers in Tirupati, Vijayawada, and my last center was Kakinada. I set up the Kakinada and left the government, So that way, I think the Achay Din Agaya, and also people do talk about the single engine sarkar and double engine sarkar. I think in Andhra you have triple engine sarkar, right? So this is the power of progressive politicians coming together and transforming the state. That way, I think we have a fantastic future. And like Gunnaniji said that Swarna Andhra 2047 document is a phenomenal vision document that was created. I don't think any other state has addressed that. And when our country is looking to become a developed nation by 2047 with a $32 trillion economy, and we need to have the roadmap for Andhra. I think that is what Swarna Andhra 2047 document speaks about. If our country reaches, we are reaching a $5 trillion economy going up to $9 trillion by 2030 and, 32 trillion. What it means is, the bold vision of Andhra is $2.7 trillion by then, by 2047. And it is a very, very bold, sir. I think not only $2.7 trillion, probably will cross that mark. I'll tell you the reason why. The other day I was talking to somebody told me TCS has around 6 lakh employees and 90,000 of employees come from Andhra. 95,000 people. What it means from Andhra? What it means is around close to 12% or 14% of the people, professionals are from AP. And if you look at that, extrapolate that across the industry, we all know that 70% of Hyderabad is from Andhra. 35% of Karnataka is from Andhra. And also probably 60 to 70% of the US entrepreneurs are from Andhra. The other day I met this, a beautiful organization called IT Serve. IT Serve is a 20,000 staffing companies combined together and create an association. I was told 60% of those 20,000 enterprises are from the AP founders. If that is the power, why can't this vision of $2.7 trillion will not happen? I think I'm pretty much sure that it will not happen. So I would think that, when you are talking about the deep technology, there is a four-pronged, strategy. I would like to spell it out. Number one, for deep tech, the service industry has to be very strong, which is, I think, Lokesh Garu is putting that foundation, and I could see that I met this Infosys gentleman. He said he's going to have 10,000 people by next year, right? So, 2,000 people. Yeah. Take the target. And TCS have enormous goals. That service industry becomes a strong foundation for deep technology to grow. I'm happy also, last time I visited this Meditech zone. When not many states, not many people thought about that, when the last government and Chandrababu Naidu Garu visioned that and created that Meditech zone, it's a phenomenal. The most of the lot of medical technology companies are in that zone, and the infrastructure is fabulous. No other state has that. So these are all the foundation blocks. The other thing what probably the government should think about creating is an R&D environment among the academic institutions. Even though we produce a lot of talent, the R&D environment is not that great, Is the government can keep 1% of the state budget for the R&D, encouraging that R&D, and create a COE, Center of Excellence in the engineering colleges, and link up those people with the industry. That could really help a lot. The second thing also you need to think through of creating, I would call this as a innovation fund for Andhra. The innovation fund, it need not come only from the government. The innovation fund could have the seed fund, and it could have the growth fund, and it could have the, grant fund. This is some of the things that are worked well in other places. Probably you should look at it. The innovation fund, it's not that only the government needs to spend money. If you bring the government of AP can bring 20% of the fund, the other 20% the government of India can give, and 20% SBI kind of financial institutions can give. Maybe 20-25%, the local industry leaders should start putting their money into those funds. That will really help a lot, and create that structure, an innovation structure with the industry and the financial institutions and the government. And government of India has a lot of money. I think, Kavita, you should make sure that money should get channelized here through STPI. I know a lot of funds are there, and you should make sure that some of the funds are spent in Vizag. And likewise, MIGHTY has the program, and 10,000 crores Startup India Seed Fund. Some of these things, 2 to 2.5 million professionals coming from Andhra is a great, great strength for AP. We need to make sure, create a network of these 2 million professionals across India and across the world, and see how they can be linked up to AP. That can make the magic. That can make the magic. And also, to have a continuous supply of this talent, we need to go to the district level, the clusters level, and see how the cluster level and the district level talent can be, improved, and make sure that, Bharat is there, a great educationist, and maybe some of the things can be done here. Lastly, I always felt this, the talent, the fund, and an R&D expenses can make the difference. Lastly, I was talking to Lokesh Garu, we need to make sure that the industry leaders also do spend a lot of time with the government. It's not right to leave everything, on the head of the government and make the government. Industry leaders should come forward and create a consortium public-private partnership model, both for, if you do not have the leaders here, bring the leaders from outside Andhra. They are all willing to come. Gunani ji is there, and C.S. Rao Garu is there, and some of the leaders from this place who could probably can come and spend some time in Andhra to make sure that Andhra is more visible and will become a lot more, effective. We've done this experiment in Karnataka as a Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, which is a 49% from the government, 51% from the industry. So as the government rules do not apply while recruiting the people, we could able to get the best of the best talent from the corporate, giving the corporate salaries, and made them work for the government. That model has worked very well. Invest India is another model, similar model, which has also worked very well at the Government of India level, because the Section 8 companies under the government, those days are gone. We need to leapfrog and get on to creating a public-private partnership model where industry also will take the responsibility, working with the government to make a government successful. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir, for your enriching words. Your cross-state collaboration efforts highlight the unity of purpose in driving digital transformation. And indeed, as you have mentioned, this summit also marks Achhe Din Aa Gaye Hain. Next, we have the privilege to hear from Mr. Shri Bharat Sir, Honorable MP, Visakhapatnam. Shri M. Bharat is an Indian educationist and politician who is a member of 18th Lok Sabha. Sir, your commitment to the region's growth is inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a huge round of applause. Mr. Bharat.
Morning, everyone. To all the distinguished guests on the dais, they've been named multiple times. I just want to save time. So I've just been thinking what I should speak about today, and I asked Sridhar Garu what the audience is. So we have a good mix of entrepreneurs, CXOs, business leaders, IT professionals, students, some faculty members. So good diversity here. And I think some great points raised by the speakers before me. Andhra Pradesh is financially not in a great place. All of you know that, right? Yes? So necessity is the mother of invention. So being in a difficult financial position means that we are extremely ready for innovative solutions that will help us solve our problems. And what better way to do them than technology? So what I would ask of you is that innovate here or innovate somewhere else, but come and serve your product or service at this state. So what we did, I think, prior to 2019 was we wanted to encourage startups and said, we'll be your customer. If you're working on something, we'll be your pilot customer. You come and work on a district or a mandal or something, show proof of concept, and if it works, then we'll scale it across the state. So what you will find in the state of Andhra under the leadership of Lokesh Garu, or in particular in this parliament, because I represent it, is we'll be happy to be your test bed. Anyone has any idea that you would like to try, please come to Vizag first and we'll welcome you. And if it goes well, I'm sure the minister will take it up for the rest of the state. And so what does that need? We need you to think innovatively. I'm not talking about the system at large. I'm talking about each one of you individually. What I have found is, in spite of all our efforts, if you look at the amount of venture capital investment that's happening, Bangalore, I think B.V. Naidu Garu will attest to it, Bangalore investment is 10 times more than Hyderabad, or even more maybe. So they've created an ecosystem in Bangalore. I mean, in spite of the horrible traffic and the crumbling infrastructure and everything, there's something that's there in Bangalore that's working well. Now, what we are thinking about in Vizag is to create such an ecosystem. What are the necessary elements that need to come in? And think of the entire 360 degrees. It's not just bringing an incubator here. It's not just about building one university here. It's everything together. And so then we are open to feedback and we welcome all of you. I'm really glad that all of you have come, especially those who have come from different cities, out of state, out of country. We welcome you all to Visakhapatnam to this conference. From the government, what I can assure you is that if you have a solid idea, a solid product, solid service, we will take the risk. You will find that we have intent, and we also understand what you're doing. We're not the average politician. Both, I mean, we do have gray hair, but we're not that old. And we understand tech, I think, more than many politicians do. So you will find a very receptive environment. So there will be debate. We can't try every product, every service. You do have to be very good at what you're doing. But if you're able to prove that, I think I'll be very happy. And all of the companies that operate here, I think the total exports, the IT leaders of Vizag were telling me, of Andhra were telling me we're about 5,000 crores. Is that thereabouts? And Hyderabad is at what, 80,000? 85. So there's a long way to go. We have a very unique, beautiful city. Many of the IT companies, I see Murli Garu here, he has one of the best campuses. He's very lucky. Everyone is jealous of him. He has a view of the sea and mountains at his office. So working in this serene environment is very good for us in many different ways. And I was just speaking to Gurnani ji about developing the tourism infrastructure, tourism ecosystem. So like I said, the entire 360-degree approach. As far as research, Mr. B. Naidu just mentioned, there is a serious problem of high-quality research, not just in Andhra, but in the entire country. The quantity of research in India has gone up significantly over the last decade, so that's a good sign. The quality also has gone up, but not with the same measure. So the quality of research, quality of talent, it's a challenge. I mean, I don't know, sometimes when I'm captured on media, I have to be careful on being politically correct and saying the right things. But doing ethical research, doing research that is honest, is something that we're not finding very often in India. And that becomes a problem when a measure becomes a yardstick for any reward. So then we start seeing people gaming the system. So that's a problem we've found everywhere, right? In the Telugu society, in the Telugu professionals are now so strong in the in TCS they're saying 15%, but in the US I think the percentage is even higher. I think 25%, 30% of all IT professionals are Telugu people. The top 5 highest, out of the top 10 highest test-taking centers for GMAT and GRE, 5 of those belong to the Telugu states. Hyderabad is number 1, but the next 4 are cities in Andhra. Rajahmundry, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam. So we have a lot of aspirational people here. I interestingly saw one image just this morning. The number of people who pay more than 1 crore tax, who earn more than 1 crore of salary and pay tax in India. Very surprisingly, Telangana is at 1200, Karnataka is at 2800, and Andhra Pradesh is at 5400. So where are all these crorepathi's in India? I don't know. Actually, there's Maharashtra, which is number 1 by a distance, then Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and then Andhra. Andhra is number 4. So either a lot of these people in these other states are not disclosing their income and making money in different ways, or Andhra people are more transparent and disclosing all of their income. Intent always makes a difference. I think if you see what Chandrababu Naidu Garu did to Hyderabad between 95 to 2004, what has created wealth for the Telugu community today. If you look at many reports, the fastest growing demographic language in the US is the Telugu community. The highest per capita incoming earning community in the US is again the Telugu community, beating even the Jewish community. This is not to blow my own trumpet. I'm just saying that the seed that was laid by Chandrababu Naidu Garu 25 years ago has borne fruit now over the last decade or so. So as Gunani Garu mentioned, now it is 2047 vision. And with the policy that is so well written, which is covering so many different aspects, we request all of you to participate. We want you to be a part of this journey. Please help us accelerate. And these 5 years are very crucial. This is the foundation for that future. And please push us. Don't expect, just because I speak very rosy words here, that tomorrow everything will happen instantly. Anything in life requires persistence. But what our intent will not be lacking. Intent on my behalf, intent obviously on the government's behalf, Lokesh Garu's behalf. But those who have a will achieve. And we have already incubators working here. We have the hub in Andhra University. We have now HTPI coming up. We have things in Geetam. So elements of the ecosystem are coming up. But all of you need to come and fill the gaps. And I'm sure we will have great success in Visakhapatnam. And as some people mentioned, more people are talking about Vizag, and I hope that just keeps getting accelerated more and more. Again, I'd like to thank all of the guests who participated in this event and have now starting to look up at them.
Already Naidu Garu spoke about our MedTech Park. Against a lot of political resistance, against a lot of challenges in subsequent governments, the park is, I think, a gleaming example of what a visionary leader can do. And I think it was Mr. Naidu's will that actually saw that park through. And it really supported India during COVID. And I think as Vizagites, we should be really, really proud of it. So we really believe in a decentralized development. If you look at our entire drone hub, we're working with Kurnool, because we have an airport in proximity, of course, to Hyderabad, to really build the entire drone ecosystem. As a state, I think we have showcased that while other countries have used drones to drop missiles, as a state, I think we have showcased to the world that it can actually be used effectively in relief. When Vijayawada had floods, like Indians, I did a Jugaad model. one basket to every agri drone, and we started delivering, commodities to areas that we actually couldn't serve. I wouldn't say we've solved all the problems, but I believe we showed the way that actually drones can effectively be used in relief programs. And this was keenly watched even by the Honorable Prime Minister's office. So with a lot of energy, a lot of vision, we're all here. Ratan Tata ji requires no introduction. Before he passed away, I was in the Bombay House. As Tata Group, Chandra sir has made a lot of commitments to the state of Andhra Pradesh, and I was really proud to be part of those announcements where even TCS has agreed to come to Visakhapatnam. But when he passed away, we were actually in the midst of our cabinet meeting, and we decided to postpone it and actually go and pay our last respect to Ratan Tata ji. And in his memory, we've decided to actually create the Ratan Tata Innovation Hub. And this is a project we're working closely with the Tata Group. We've seen a lot of accelerators, a lot of fancy buildings. I believe otherwise. I believe money should go into mentoring. I believe money should go into technology. I believe that we should nurture our entrepreneurs really, really well. And that is the need, and you will see that starting in Andhra Pradesh very soon. And to Naidu Garu's request, yes, we have already earmarked 500 crores in the state budget to actually incubate our startups and support them. For us to actually create a globally competitive Andhra Pradesh, your government will create policies that will incentivize innovation, support startups, and build world-class infrastructure. I request all the industry leaders to establish innovation hubs, adopt advanced technologies, and mentor startups. When Suzlon CEO came and met me regarding the renewable energy projects, I had an understanding with them, and my understanding was that we will help you with your projects, but you will adopt our ITIs, polytechnics, where we'll not only do skill development, but you will also, incubate a lot of startups. And we've inked that MOU yesterday. Like this, we are really excited to work with the industry because you understand where the industry is going better than we would ever. So we look forward to your support. And of course, as I know, IT professionals who are here, learning is a lifelong journey. All of us need to learn. So we're coming up with an app where we want to create digital learning as a way of life, and where you can actually improve your entire journey of learning. And academia and research must also align their curriculum with industry needs and advanced, impactful research. Absolutely agree with you, sir. Apart from state budget, I think we have to really innovate and build on it, and that's something that we'll also commit to. And of course, investors should nurture and mentor the entire startup ecosystem, and I believe that is the need of the hour. The AP Digital Technology Summit is not just a conference, it's a call to action. It's a call to dream bigger, collaborate more, work tirelessly towards building a deep technology Andhra Pradesh. If you notice, one of our mission statements in our Swarnandhra 2047 is to make deep tech a way of life. So we're going to actually train and expose the citizens of Andhra Pradesh on how to use, AI and deep technology effectively and make it as a way of life. So I urge all of you to actively participate in these amazing discussions, share your insights, and most importantly, take back actionable items that can drive change. And I believe this summit is a platform to think beyond the present, embrace future technologies, and build a state that sets benchmarks for innovation, sustainability, and societal transformation. So thank you very much for making me part of this summit today. I think a lot of to-do activities were given to me, so I request Naidu Garu that I'm going to draft him with his permission. We have an economic development board which is pretty much designed in terms of what you've explained to us. In the last 5 years, it was disbanded, so it took us a little bit more time now to put it all back together. And the idea of Economic Development Board is to take a lead all the way down to execution up to the last mile. So Economic Development Board is now relaunched and ready. But I believe we should have advisory councils across sectors that can lead. And of course, I will lean on Gurnani sir. He's an honorary citizen of Andhra Pradesh. So I'm going to lean on him to get a lot of input, ideas, and how to drive this agenda to a logical conclusion. So thank you very much. Thanks for being here. And I look forward to building together an Andhra Pradesh that leads in the way of innovation, deep technology skills and convergence. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir, for your visionary address. Your aspirations and promise for Andhra Pradesh as a global digital technology hub provide a powerful foundation for this summit today. Thank you so much, sir. And as a startup founder, my personal takeaway is, as you beautifully mentioned, crisis is an opportunity to grow. Your presence has truly blessed the event today, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let us once again express our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed speakers for sharing their wisdom and inspiring us all. To honor their valuable presence, may I request our team to present mementos to our esteemed speakers. Please join me in applauding their contributions to this summit as we give away the mementos. My request to Ms. Anupama to present the token of appreciation to Ms. Lakshmi Mukkavalli, ma'am. I would request Ms. Swarna Anand to present the memento to Ms. Kavita. My humble request to Mr. Kumar to felicitate Mr. C.P. Gurnani.